Tecknowledgy, the producer of Traffic in the Sky off Kids, you know what I'm saying? That shit is my favorite jam off Kids. It's probably yours too.
Flush, man, Stankonia, classic shit, every day, all day, man. Got my homie Rick Wall.
I already got him. He look mean as shit right now.
My shit. That's the only thing he said is play my shit all day, man. But we just up here going through these tracks with the homie Scully, you know what I mean? Groove Shark, Groove Sessions, you know what I'm saying? A3C, so yeah, man, we up here doing it, dog.
Subway,
no
with these nasty ass sandwiches.
Shout out to the man behind the camera. Get yourself, dog.
What up?
He won the beat battle that we judged last year, man. So shout out to him. This is evidence of his hard work, dog.
So sometimes, you get a producer on the stage, get up here, they do their thing, and they really stand out. And I think both of these guys really stood out. That's why they're here right now. But only one person can actually take the prize home. So Mr. Torres Scott, get up here real quick.
Uh-oh.
Stand right here in the middle.
Uh-oh.
And let's do it like this. Coming in first place with a 137 out of 150. Almost a perfect score. Close to it. This motherfucker's got some shit. And he started the show off last night. Clap your hands for my dude Tecknowledgy, man. Nice.
It's been a stressful journey as I travel down this road, but that's what it's gotta be.
Where you're going is going to lead to that thing that's going to do that thing for you, if you understand what I mean.
What is creativity? The Oxford English Dictionary defines creativity as the use of the imagination or original ideas, especially in the production of an artistic work. Now, what is creativity? I mean, what is it really? Is it defined easily? I mean, not for me. See, I see myself as a videographer. I see myself as a musician, an actor, teacher, visionary. I see myself as many different things and wearing many different hats, and creativity is different to many people. The purpose of why I wanted to make this documentary was to show everyone, my history, my creative journey, and how it leads me to be the person that I am today. It's been something that's followed me throughout my life, even since I was little. So I hope that by showing my creative journey and how I got to where I'm at today at 38 years old, it'll help inspire others and show that creativity can be something that absolutely needs to be shared with the world.
I also think too what's interesting is all of you probably have things that you're interested in and you're like, oh, I have this one idea that you're like, oh, I'm thinking about making videos around it. There's room for all of you in the room to have your own thing and your own content about whatever thing that interests you. And it could be the most random niche thing, but there's a group of people out there that are very interested in said thing.
Where did I start my creative journey? Providence. I started my creative career early on in life, probably around 5-6 years old, acting in plays and things at school. And it wasn't until I got to high school at Hendricken that made my creativity kind of blossom. I was DJing in 7th, 8th grade, and I started to kind of fall into hip hop and R&B, and I started rapping. And I mean, I'm not a rapper, but it took for me to get to Hendricken to really kind of see and meet, my guy Eric, known as Atman, and his little group. We formed a little rap group and production group and really started making music. And that's where I learned exactly what I wanted to do and where I wanted to start and continue my creative journey was making music. And I started making beats in high school, and I started doing a lot of different things in terms of promotion, and I was building websites and anything that I could possibly do to promote myself and my music. And by doing that, I was able to reach a far greater audience and more artists than I don't think I ever would have reached hadn't I started that journey.
Recently it seemed like everywhere we go, the drinks stay cold when we coolin'.
Kids, right here. What can I say? Traffic in the Sky was my introduction really to the world on high. Blogs, websites, magazines, XXL, Hip Hop DX, all these different outlets that, as me, I would have never thought in a million years I would have been able to reach. Mac kind of introduced me and helped me navigate the industry early on because kids blew up. It really brought me to the forefront, brought Mac to the forefront, and showed the world that I can do this at a different level.
Tell 'em I'm fine. I ain't got a damn thing on my mind. And baby, all we got is time. Let's just watch the clouds go by.
From the beginning, I never thought any of the things that I'm doing were possible or realistic. And I just did things out of the love of them, thinking I would have real jobs. And, like the thing that my passion would be my hobby, and I'd have a job to support my hobby.
Yeah.
And it just magically turned out different than that without me knowing it was possible.
Man, I took a chance in how it had to be 2009, 2010, probably the run between 2009 to 2012-ish for CMJ and A3C. If it wasn't for going out and stepping outside of my comfort zone, which is important for creatives, I would have never been able to meet a lot of my idols and haven't been able to network with people in a larger capacity. A3C really kind of put me onto that. I was able to meet Ninth Wonder, and I was able to chop it up with him, and I was able to meet a lot of people, Crisis and Elzai, and I was able to sit backstage and really kind of just chop it up with them. If it wasn't for my manager at the time, Barry, who had a relationship with Wiz Khalifa, I would have never ended up on the set of a Wiz and Trade the Truth music video. And if it wasn't for meeting Ninth Wonder and going backstage at either of these festivals, I would have never ended up working with Cooley High.
Ronnie, how y'all feeling?
We go by the name of Cooley High out of Raleigh, North Carolina. We're gonna need a little bit of crowd participation before we get started. We're gonna just shout out the town we're in right now because we love it so much. But how we're gonna do it is we're gonna say so butter when we utter, and you say Raleigh. Here we go. So butter when we utter,
Raleigh.
So butter when we utter,
Raleigh. It's for the 919. For the 919.
For the 919.
Yeah. 122.
122. How we do for you.
Yeah, yo, dear Raleigh, been about a half a year probably since I made the exodus to exited the sea. So sorry, had to do what I had to do. Still missing Hillsborough, Windy, Carolina blue. My green eyed sugar and my cup of Joe caffeine. Had me feeling like living in the fast dream. Wherever the path leads, I'ma take a raw deal. Heat it up like hamburgers and char grill. The boss real, they float like a damn fountain. Even if I hit bumps like cruising on Dan Allen, I stand out and rocking them with them cool kids. School kids, I'm dropping my stuff in school kids. The rule is remain ready to belt mine and keep it steady as that 440 belt line. Keep it running for inches until the game over. Until the Saturday get bitches with a hangover. It ain't over. We only show each other power. Stand tall from Raleigh just like a bell tower.
I've never been on a solo trip before, and Scala convinced me to fly out to Georgia, to Atlanta for A3C one year. And I said to myself, why not take this trip? A good friend of mine, Jay Hatch, hooked me up with a place, and that year was the year that I entered the iStandard Beat Battle.
We did a showcase in 20 cities across the country. We're mainly based around the notion of putting producers in front of major people to help their career. We placed records with people like 50 Cent, Rick Ross, Diddy, Lloyd Banks, Kanye West, a lot of major artists in the game.
Every single day of my life, I am thankful for my mentor and somebody who I considered a very close brother, J Hatch. Unfortunately, in early 2025, we had to say goodbye to J Hatch. Hatch helped me out in the industry and did things for me that I never thought were going to be possible. He helped me live out a dream, and anytime I ever needed something, he was there. And I was able to meet people like Rockwilder and S1 and Buck Wild and Jimi Kendrix, and I was able to work with all of these producers and collaborate with these producers and learn from them and watch them, thanks to J Hatch. Hatch helped me, navigate the industry and the business in a way that I, and taught me things that I never thought I needed to learn. And I'm grateful and appreciative for Hatch every single day, man. It chokes me up just thinking about Hatch, man. I miss him. And a lot of people do too. He meant a lot of things to a lot of people. And since he passed, the motivation really just hasn't been there. I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all. Grief is a motherfucker. I lost a lot of people in a very small amount of time, between losing both of my parents, losing Hatch, losing both my grandparents and an uncle. It's not easy, man. You're always consistently, for a while, I was just saying goodbye to too many people that I cared about. And the grief and the depression sucks. And to be honest with you, because of that, my creativity hit a slump. After my parents died, it took a good 2 years, year and a half to 2 years to get my creative juices back. And still today, I have a lot of trouble dealing with, imposter syndrome and RSD and all these other mental health issues stemming from that grief. And as an artist, it's really hard to express that, because it is stifling to your creativity and to your creative habits. And as soon as you have to say goodbye, you don't know where that is going to take you. I'm going to be honest, everybody, it fucking hurts.
What makes it great is the personal. Yeah. With all of its imperfections, with all of its quirkiness, that's what makes it great. How you see the world, that's different from how everyone else sees the world. That's why you're an artist. That's your purpose in sharing your work with the world.
It's difficult coming here because it's never easy losing family. And for a while, coming here just kind of was something. It was very difficult for me to come here a lot of times, but I do miss them every day. And a lot of the time that I do miss, I just wish I could get back. But they were the inspiration that I had, and that's something I'll never lose. So I definitely love and appreciate my parents to this day. And it's never easy. It wasn't easy at first either, but it's definitely something that sticks with you.
It's not enough. I have spread myself so thin trying to make it work, because nobody was ever going to make it work for me. And I understand that. But it's like, how much more resourceful do I have to be? You know, like, how many more hats do I have to wear? How much more can I really do?
So, you know, a lot of what I've been able to do with my creativity the last few years is to put my all into teaching. And a lot of what I'm able to, or what I found is a lot of what I have and what I've experienced, I'm able to bring into the classroom. So whether it be through music or through film or just, you know, overall creative aspects of things, it really kind of shows in the students' work. You know, the films that they're creating, the type of things that they are coming up with on their own, you know, really inspires me, in a way has inspired me to, you know, finish this film and to kind of move forward in that aspect. And, you know, they are an inspiration to me in a lot of the stuff that they do on a day-to-day basis, and their creativity is able to spark mine, and I think vice versa. So it's definitely good to take my creative mind and my creative works to be able to spread to the classroom.
You know what the hardest part about all this is for me? Trying to show up every day and stay consistent. Now, I could just walk out here and tell somebody, show up every day, stay consistent, it's gonna work, but we don't know what that look like for everybody.
So what the hell am I doing today? It's 2025. The school year is winding down. My brain hurts. I'm trying really hard to find that spark again. You know, teaching does take a toll on your mental health. You're wearing a lot of different hats and you're doing a lot of different things all at once, and consistency is key. And I gotta get back to being consistent. I gotta get back to sitting in here, banging on this push in this machine and getting these beats out. Because I gotta start getting back in that mindset that music is definitely gonna be the thing that's gonna get me there. Music, video, all these things, they're gonna get me to be able to walk away from the traditional job and the traditional teaching realm. And I gotta get back in that mindset. And one of the things that I was able to do to get me in that mindset is I switched labels. Shouts to Rhythm J and PJ and J Hatch. Bringing me on to Made by Us gave me another major placement, that my third sync license placement. And as a Celtics fan, I went absolutely ballistic because Kevin Garnett was on the championship team, you know, for the Celtics. But there was a Sprite commercial with him and Anthony Edwards, and you know, my music's in the back, and that's something that was really awesome. I was able to hear it in the All-Star game, was playing through the playoffs, and that's got the motivational juices flowing, and I got to do more stuff like that. So thank you to everybody. Thank you, Rhythm J. Thank you, PJ. Thank you for everybody who made that happen. And that's definitely where I want to go. As somebody who struggles with ADHD and somebody who struggles with, you know, mental health issues and all of these things, it's good to find your support system in order to keep that creative spark flowing. And, you know, I hope that my journey and my words of encouragement are able to kind of bring you all into a better place creatively, in a better space mentally. And, you know, what I encourage everybody to do is find that one thing that you love and just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Take that creative aspect and run with it. Because in all honesty, you'll never know where on God's green earth that your creativity and your mind, you have no idea where that's going to take you. And I still don't know, but I really hope that you all will stick around to find out.
Well, you look good out there, boy.
Come on now.
Oh, you look
I'm
good.
I'm trying to leave what you left.
Hey, man, you doing it a little bit better than I did it. For real. Watching your tapes, you watching all the ones that did it before that?
I'm watching.
I'm saying that to say so that you create this path for yourself.
Yep.
You know what you see out there.
Yep.
Are they double teaming yet?
Boy.
Are they double teaming yet?
Boy.
Yeah, you got the game to get a ring, but are you ready for the life?
You gotta tell me about the life. I don't know.
Okay, young fella. The sponsorships, appearances, the obligations. Hey, do this for me. Hey, can I get a pic? Hey, can you do this? A lot of BS out here. A lot of stuff to distract you.
I hear you, OG, but that shit don't really faze me for real.
What about when it's time to pop bottles? Jumping up and down in the club, acting like a fool?
I just keep the main thing for real.
You got a real chance to be the face of the league. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
I just want to hoop.